What's up, Phantoms?
It's me, Mr. Dark Light.
And I'm Bash of Bash and Brains.
And today we're gonna review the Leprechaun.
1993 with Jennifer Aniston.
Yep, a young Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Not trying to say she was old or anything, but she was young. She was 24
Yeah.
in this movie. Actually, her first movie debut.
Yeah.
I think the first season of Friends, she did the Leprechaun movie, and it makes perfect sense because she plays that spoiled rich girl, especially from the first season too. She plays a really good spoiled rich girl, like legit.
She's done a lot of roles.
Yeah.
Done a lot of roles. Was it with that kind of like persona or whatever?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a good movie. Like I used to be afraid of this when I was a kid. Don't know why, because now we watch it now and I'm like, why was I scared of this? I was like, was it because I was scared of leprechauns? No, I guess because the creepy vibe from it. But it wasn't even really scary. Not a lot. There's some gore here and there. There's some blood. There's some slashing and dashing. A lot of greed in this movie. Look, that's cussing for a PG-13 film. I'm actually really surprised that this horror film didn't really have that much cussing in it.
Yeah, 3 curse words and that's about it.
Yeah.
Mostly the kid.
Yeah, mostly the kid had more cuss words than anyone else. Like not even I want to say adults. I think you could call them adults. Yeah, I think so because Jennifer Aniston was like 24.
Yeah, she's
I think she plays an 18-year-old in this one. It was kind of weird. It's kind of weird how like the older you are, the younger you have to play.
Well, she was only 24, so she
pulled out the 18 and 19-year-old.
She could go back about 6 years. She could pull it off.
Yeah, for
sure.
She
had the face.
Not the guys though, bro. Not the guys though, bro. Like I guess the love interest that she loved, straight up looked like he was 30, playing like I guess he was playing a. They weren't in college. I guess they were just regular dudes.
Yeah, well, he worked a part of that. What is it? 3 guys.
The 3 guys
that can paint.
3 guys that we can paint. Man, why does that sound like us? If we don't have a name, we just call ourselves the
3 guys that can paint. Like, that's like
the
the most like. It's like wow, such a creative name.
Kind of weird that the boy is friends with an older guy.
Isn't that his brother? He said it was his brother, right?
No, they're friends. Alex and
Ozzy.
Alex and Ozzy, they're friends.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I don't think he does that much damage. But we're going ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about the beginning. The beginning part is, of course, we get the leprechaun like front. We get the leprechaun. Then we get the leprechaun counting his gold. He's loving it. He's counting with the rainbow and all that. He's like, hey, my gold, my precious. It feels like it, my precious. And then he got his gold taken away by Old Man O'Grady. Dan O'Grady, by the way. I'm gonna call in this video. I'm gonna call him Old Man O'Grady because
it fits perfectly.
It fits just matches it really good. He comes home with a limo. I like how he comes all in style, bro. He comes with a limo.
Here, he got some money already.
He has this all white suit. He's all drunk, by the way. Like he's all hammered.
He throws a bottle of Jameson off in the ground. I was like, God damn, bottle of Jameson.
For real, bro. He went all out for it. And then his wife comes out, Mrs. O'Grady. She comes out. She's like, where is this? Oh, Dad. Oh, where you get this money from? I was like, I want. Like, I don't even think he explained how he got. He said
he got it from a leper.
Yeah. Well, at first he was trying to like cover it up for a bit, until like she saw the money when he get the limo driver the money. He was like, here you go, buddy. Go have fun with yourself. And she's like, where you get that money? Oh, I got it from a leprechaun. And she thinks he's all crazy because he's all drunk. Because come on, like in real life you really get here someone say, oh, I got it from a leprechaun.
It's like she's over there like sure. It's like sure. As drunk as you are, a leprechaun.
I think he came back from a business trip or something because he has suitcases with him too, and it's
like
vacation. Oh yeah, he probably went out on vacation, man. He's like, yo, we got all this money now, and now we can actually live a good life. And then she's like all worried because she thinks like he stole the money from somewhere, and like now she's all worried. So she's like, oh, you're crazy. I'm gonna go make you some crazy tea. I like how the jokes like really falls for these old couple. It's like funny. I was like, she's like, oh, let's make you those nutty teas. I was like, all right. I was like, sure. Speaking of tea, we got some tea right here. We got some
Liquid Death.
Liquid Death.
Dead billionaire. Nice, perfect for O'Grady.
Yeah, especially for O'Grady. Maybe O'Grady would drink a bunch of these. I never I tried the tea before, but I never tried the lemon tea. But let's try it. This is not sponsored, guys. This is us trying to drink it.
Not bad.
Not bad. No.
It's got agave.
Yeah, it's like not really sweet, but
Tea and lemonade. It's basically Arnold Palmer with agave.
it has vitamin though, so it's good for you.
Yeah, not bad. Not
Has
bad.
that vitamins, but very good. Not that bad. Like, I can deal with it.
It's not good.
I rather drink Arizona, so. But no, still. But yeah, let's talk about the Grays. So Mrs. Earl Grey is in the kitchen making the tea, and she hears like giggling. Giggling right from the suitcase. She's like hearing. I guess like the leprechaun is like saying some riddles.
Yeah,
And
she thinks it sounds like a little kid.
Yeah,
the voice he's doing,
voice,
right?
yeah. She thought it was a little kid. She goes close and then you just see the red eyes just pointing out, and he pops out. He's like, "Oh, where's my pot of gold?" And she's like, "Oh." She's all like praying, doing the whole
Sign of the cross.
and everything. Typical.
And she takes off running past the kitchen and she goes down
to the basement.
To the basement, but she falls down. She
fell.
rolls.
She tripped.
Yeah.
He didn't push her, bro. Like he barely even got out of there.
And her neck hit one of the poles for the
She
banister.
hit hard, bro. Like
Right on her neck.
Like to the point that yeah, she was gone, bro. And he's over there, and the leprechaun's all laughing. He's like, oh. And then old man O'Grey is like, what's going on? He sees the leprechaun. He's like, what you did to my wife? I like how the leprechaun like sits her up, and he's all like waving. He didn't do anything to her. He's like, what you did to my wife? He's like, you got my pot of gold, man. I like how like it's not really scary. It's not. It's like it's really funny in the beginning. It's like really like hey, it lets you know what you're gonna go for in this film, especially for a '90s movie. Like these type of movies will get the comedy type of movie. But it was pretty good. Like he started fighting the leprechaun. Him and the leprechaun are fighting, and then he pulls out the 4-leaf clover. Me and Batch were talking about this while we were watching the movie. I was like, why is he holding the 4-leaf clover
like a cross,
like a crucifix? He's like, back off. And he's like, oh. I was like, shouldn't the 4-leaf clover even like, give some powers? He's like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say it's good luck.
I know the fortune says that they get on for good luck and everything, so it's like, and it's kind of weird because when he holds the 4-leaf clover, he starts freaking out. He throws them in the crate, hammers the crate, puts the clover in there, throws like the fire, the gasoline.
The clover fell on the outside of the crate, on the side of.
Yeah, he put it on top. He put it on top of there. He hammered it. Then he put the gasoline. And then he was gonna go upstairs. Like he takes his wife out of the basement. He literally just drags her body out.
My thing is like, you put that much gasoline, and you're in a wooden house.
And he has it up the stairs too.
Not only that, it was like you looked at how dusty it was. I was like, as soon as you light that match and you throw it down there, I was like, you're gonna have like a little, like a big fire. So he should have dragged her all the way outside.
For real, bro. I was like, at least drag her more out to the porch. Makes sense, but no, it was like in the kitchen. He's already started to light the match until he gets a stroke, because the leprechaun did like his I guess his riddles. I want to say he did his dark magic and stuff.
Yeah.
He did his riddles and he ended up having a stroke.
Which we confirmed later. We're gonna come to it.
Yeah.
I thought he died.
We both thought he died. I was
thought he was
dead.
Because he collapsed on the floor with the match, and the match is all burned out.
Yeah.
Usually something symbolizing that he's dead.
And the leprechaun was laughing too, so he probably was like, yeah, this old man's dead, right? So we cut to the begin. So we start from the beginning. We have Tori. Her name is Tori, and her dad. The dad bought a farm because I guess they're not rich anymore. I think the dad got in a divorce. I think that's what happened. They didn't really explain what happened. They just said that, oh, there's our new life now. Like, now I bought this farm and now we can build up our...
Yeah, they never really got too deep in that story.
I have a feeling they probably had a divorce. That's what I feel like.
And
that's what happened.
Jennifer Aniston's supposed to be the daughter that comes along for the trip and everything.
She's like, oh my
that's
God.
Supposed to be her new house and everything.
She's like, it's smelly, it's dirty, it has spiders. And I'm like, okay. I was like, they go down the basement and I guess they're like cleaning stuff and she sees the spider. She's like, fuck this.
I mean, it was a tarantula.
It actually was a tarantula, so yeah. But she was like, fuck this, I'm gonna go to All-Star Hotel, I'll go pay for it. Even though she doesn't have any money, bro.
It's like the money that she has left, basically.
For real, like legit, she was like, oh, I'm gonna go. The dad was like, come on, like, don't be like this, like come on, like, how are you gonna go with one money? And then she's like, no, I know my ways. I was like, damn, I was like, okay, you're getting to a rough start at this point. And so she goes and she leaves till she sees I want to say the guy. I forgot the guy's name, but the guy that she falls in love with.
Yeah.
The guy that looks like he's 30 years old. The guy that looks like
he's one of the painters.
Yeah, he's one of the painters, and I think she bumped into him, drops his paint, and he was like, oh, you dropped my paint. And she was like, oh, here, I pay for it. Here's a 20. And he was like, wait, what? Like, no, a 20 is not gonna help.
Here's another 20, make it 40.
Make it 40. He was like, that's not gonna do anything. Like, he dropped the whole damn thing. I was like, come on, dude, calm down, bro. Like, you have a bunch of paint in the trunk. Yeah, but I think he was just joking around, though. I think
what he was expecting, he's like, because he even says it too. He's like, all you had to do was just say sorry.
Yeah, that's it. He was just basically just teasing her at this point.
Yeah, it's like, so you're gonna pay instead of just say sorry?
And I think it's kind of weird because supposedly Tori's supposed to be 18 in this film, and I think this guy's supposed to be an older guy too. Like, they never said the ages or anything, but you assume that, hey, this is like an older dude. They never said who was kid. The only time you think someone's a kid is Larry the kid, like Alex. He's the only kid.
Yeah, he's the kid in the movie. Yeah.
Like, that's the only kid we know. Like,
he's supposed to be playing like what, a 10, 11-year-old.
Probably a 10-year-old. Probably most likely a 10. Yeah, most likely a 10. Yeah. So he like, she starts falling in love with him. She's like, oh, well, I just got here because my dad bought this place and we're gonna rebuild it and this and this. And I guess she started talking about, like, yeah, we're gonna get to the woke moment right here. Oh, I guess he said, oh, like, I'm leaving. Tori was like, oh, I'm leaving because there's a spider downstairs. And the guy was like, oh, typical girl who are afraid of spiders. And then she snaps, like, there he just snaps.
And she's like, excuse me, I didn't know, we're in the 1950s?
1950. This is the 90s. I was like, Tori, wait until you hit 2020. Wait until we hit 2020, then you know what you guys say. I literally said that, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, he's just joking around with her. Like, he's just messing around with her at this point. Like, she's like taking it all, like, hard and everything. But then she changes her mind because, like, she's like, oh, he's a good-looking, well, she doesn't say it, but she's like, oh, good-looking dude, I'm gonna stay. The dad comes with the suitcase. And I had the dad comes with the suitcase. He's like,
all right, we'll leave.
We'll leave because you're complaining. She's like, no, I want to stay. Because I'm not afraid of no dirt, no spiders. Even though she was like, there complaining about the dirt and spiders. And the dad's like, okay. And then he sees the dude and he's like, oh, that's why. He makes the face too. He's like,
no, she was trying to, like, put up a fight that, like, no, I'm not afraid of spiders, I'm not afraid of dirt, I can do it.
Yeah.
So that was, like, one of the starting points for the movie right there.
Yeah.
And
then we meet Ozzy and Alex.
Yeah, we meet them too.
I think they're painting. Yeah, they're in the truck. They're in the truck and they're getting stuff ready. The dad comes. He's like, oh, you guys need help with anything? He's like, and the kid being a smart ass. I got the kid was.
I like how he brought up a liability claim.
He was like, well, if you help us, then that's gonna be a liability to us. You have to pay us this much money. I was like, damn, this kid's already being all businessman and everything.
Yeah, pretty smart though.
I know, for a 10-year-old, I was like, damn, man. I was like,
he knows about liabilities and everything. I was like,
talking about drinking beers and stuff.
Yeah. He was like, after I'm done, he tells Ozzy, after I'm done with this job, I'm going to need a beer.
Yeah. And Ozzy's like, you can't drink beer, you're a kid.
And never touch that stuff.
Never touch that stuff. I like Ozzy. Poor Ozzy, man. Everyone's picking on him in this movie, bro.
Yeah, like, I feel bad for him. He got the short end of the stick,
especially the fucking kid, bro. Like, he's all savage with Ozzy, bro. He's like,
especially what we find out later.
Yeah, later.
But the movie, but
this kid's already messed up. Like, I was like, typical kid, you know how kids are. But yeah, I was like, so they're like, so Ozzy and them are like painting, and so Ozzy goes down the basement because I guess he's looking for. Oh, he needed to clean himself from the paint Cause I guess Alex was supposed to hold the
ladder,
ladder,
and
he fell.
he got blue paint all over him.
They told him to go clean this up. He goes clean this up, and then he hears a kid's voice
in the basement.
So he goes down the basement. He's like, "Hey, like,
let me out of this crate."
He's like, "Wait, what are you doing in there?" Poor Ozzy, getting fell for it. Sorry, excuse me, guys. We ate pizza while we were watching this movie, and he's like, "Are you in there?" He's like, "Help me, help me." He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you out." And then I think he shakes. I think he moves it right, and then the 4-leaf clover falls down. Legit, the leprechaun breaks it like he's like Jason Voorhees when he breaks down the door. He's like, "Pah!" I was like, "Damn, bro." He's on the floor, freaking out, and like I guess he eats a grasshopper that was on his shoulder, the leprechaun.
Yeah.
Because they had to show something gross, even though I'm like, okay, I was like, that's not really gross. There's protein right there. So as you could tell, it's not a real like grasshopper. You could tell it's those ones that they put salt in it. You know, the ones that you eat with the salt. You know how they sell in the baggies?
Oh yeah.
You know those salted grasshoppers. That's what it straight up looked like. He eats it. Ozzy's all freaking out, and I like how
comes back out. He's like, I saw a leprechaun.
Yeah. Well, you missed the part when he cleans his shoes. He's messing with him. The leprechaun's messing with him, and then he's like, "Oh, you need your shoes clean."
Yeah.
And he starts cleaning his shoes.
Because he was talking about that he's a leprechaun. He's also
he's a shoemaker. Yeah, he's a shoemaker, and he needs to clean shoes. Like that. That's already a full shower right there. They already just tell you like, "Hey, I'm a shoemaker." He's really addicted to cleaning shoes for some reason. And Ozzy starts freaking out. He goes upstairs. He tells everyone he's like, "Bro, there's a freaking leprechaun down there. No lie, like it has sharp teeth, a grasshopper. It's crazy, man. It's crazy." And they're not believing him. So they're going down. They're like, "All right, let's go downstairs and go find this leprechaun." So they go downstairs. Jennifer Aniston's really freaking out already because she doesn't really want to go down the basement. But they go downstairs. Alex and the older brother was looking down. They only see a mouse. It's not even a rat. It's a mouse. And they're like, "Oh, well, we found your leprechaun." And then Ozzy's like, No, I freaking saw it. Like, I swear I saw it. And then, but Jennifer Aniston's not even believing. I think at this point, Jennifer Aniston is just like, I just want to get the fuck out of here at this point. There's spiders down here. See, honesty doesn't want to be there.
And they're in the basement. They hear crawling. They're trying to like confirm if it's a rat.
Yeah, it's a rat. And then they go upstairs because they didn't find anything. Even though you can hear like whispers and crap when they go upstairs.
And then he's like, "No, right." Ozzy's still going on. Like, I did see a leprechaun. And then they're supposed to get back on the job of painting the house and everything. Which honestly, really ugly paint. Just my point of view.
I know
that was some cheap ass paint.
Bro, they were painting it blue and red.
It was some really. It was like cartoony blue. It was like this. Yeah, it was like a cheap blue. I'm like, who the hell bought this paint? And all of a sudden, like, what is it? Magic rainbow.
Oh yeah, the magic rainbow.
Yeah, it was so like, I don't know. That what did you feel like the rainbow was kind of cheap?
It was kind of cheap. I feel like I was like, really? I was like, anything but the rainbow. But it's a Leprechaun movie, so it makes it. I feel
could have been a better rainbow.
Bro, I feel like we're watching a Disney TV movie. I literally feel like a Disney TV movie. You know how they have those Disney TV movies that they have on there? That's what it legit felt like. I was like, man, this is like one. I literally said it too. I was like, man, this is one shitty Disney movie.
It was like he's over there following a rainbow, and it happens to be.
He's like, guys, we gotta follow this rainbow. Like there's gold in that other way, and then he runs off. Alex runs with because Alex probably doesn't want to freaking work anyways. And then Jennifer Aniston's character is like, oh, let them go, because she's still trying to like make the moves on this guy. Even though you could tell that this guy doesn't even give two fucks about her at all, bro. Like, bro, this guy doesn't even care. Like, the whole entire time she's all flirting with him and everything, he's like, oh, okay. He's like, all right. I was like, dude, come on, dude. That was like Jennifer Aniston of all people. So the guys go. So Ozzy and Alex go. They chase the rainbow. Ozzy falls. I guess it's supposed to be a comedic thing. He falls down. It wasn't even a steep hill either. It was like they're run. Like I don't even know why he was running. He was running, and then you can tell that he literally threw himself down, because the way he tripped was like he went like backwards, and he fell. And Alex was like, "Oh come on, Ozzy, stop acting." I was like, "Was that supposed to be a comedy, a comedy thing?" I was like, I don't get it." Like, okay, good for you. I was like, I fall all the time. I don't laugh. I was like, all the time. I was like, I guess back in the '90s, if fat people fall, it's funny. I guess so. I don't know why. I don't know. I cringed about that. I was like, all right. I was like, you're just making this worse. First you got the rainbow, and now you got the fat guy who fall down not even that steep hill of all places either.
Yeah.
And then
you get to the truck. What was it? The rainbow.
The rainbow disappeared.
Yeah,
the rainbow's disappearing.
It stops at a truck and everything, and there.
The worst gold effect ever, by the way. That when the gold is shining.
Yeah, it was
the worst effect ever for the gold.
We're talking about early '90s.
Yeah, we're talking about 1993. So yeah.
But then again, I've seen other movies older than that have had better effects. So maybe budget. It might have been a budget thing.
Well, they probably made this in the '80s, and the movie didn't come out until like '93, because of a lot of editing and all that. But yeah, like, so they go in the beat up truck. I like how the kid's like, hey Ozzy, let's hotwire this truck and leave. I was like, kid, have you not seen this truck? This truck is all beat up. There's no wheel in the front, by the way. There's really no front wheel.
There was no engine either.
Bro, and then Ozzy's like, there's no engine in this. Like, you're supposed to be the smart one of all things. So Ozzy's the one that's like telling them down. He's like, there's no engine on here. I'll forget movie. And then I guess the writers were like, oh crap, we forgot he's a kid. Let's make him say kid things. Even though in the beginning they had him being a smart ass in the beginning.
They were like, oh, let's still keep him as a kid. Let's keep him as a kid.
So Ozzy sees the coin. Alex was like, oh, let me see it. He's like, no, it's mine.
He pulls it from him.
Yeah,
I was freaking mean ass kid. I was like, hey, and then then Alex is like, oh, here, you can take it, because he finds the big bag.
I like how
greedy little kid, dude. That's a greedy little kid.
He was like, let me just see, and then the bag appears, and he's like, oh, you can have your coin back.
He takes the bag.
He was like, look at all these coins I have. He was like, look, now we're rich. And he was like, oh yeah, he was like, how you can tell these are real gold? And Ozzy was like, oh, you just bite on it.
Okay, my thing is like, okay, you're biting it like this.
Yeah.
Nobody told you to shove the whole thing in your mouth and swallow it.
Yeah, I
was like, how did you end up swallowing the coin if you were just supposed to?
I know he had it like this. I don't know how he ended up swallowing it. And then he's like, oh, I swallowed it. And I'm like, earlier you were just telling this kid there's no engine in the truck. Now you swallow a coin. At this point, I don't even know what's going on anymore. At this point, I'm like, okay. I was like, I guess they need to have a conference. A conference more into the movie. They're like, oh, well, Ozzy's dumb. Let's have him swallow this coin. I felt bad for, like I said, Ozzy. And I think Ozzy and Alex only supposed to be the comic reliefs.
Yeah, they are the comedy relief.
Even though the Leprechaun is a comic relief as well, there's a lot of comic relief characters in this movie.
And then Jennifer Aniston's character Tori. I mean, she's the main character, and also,
that's very on there.
Speaking of, was I like to bring up was it throughout the whole movie. What you're gonna notice if you will watch it. You're gonna see so much advertisement for LA Gear for the shoes.
For real,
because the kid is wearing them and Jennifer Aniston's wearing them. So you're gonna see it. And then at one point, was it what she's wearing? The whole outfit. She's advertising the whole outfit.
Bro, they literally just filmed the shoes by itself.
Yeah.
They're like when the Leprechaun's under the truck.
And go like this with her leg.
They literally like show the shoes, like the whole thing, by the way.
Just zoom in and everything. So
surprisingly, they never got dirty, even though they're in the dirt.
I don't know what they put on those shoes. They could have put a wax coating on them.
Or they probably had a bunch of shoes and they had her change them.
Change them
Because they look like every time I see them, they look brand new. Like,
I mean, they did have to cut the scene, so they're like, here, put another pair on.
They're like, yo, we gotta advertise this. We have to make money somehow.
We're sponsored by LA Gear.
For real, bro. Yeah, the whole entire time, bro. LA Gear.
LA Gear was it. We kept saying LA Gear here and there.
The pop-up shoes. I remember those pop-up. Oh, I never seen pop-up shoes, but I saw them. I was like, oh. They're really advertising everything that they were wearing. And I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, we gotta make the advertisement. So after that, so Jennifer Aniston's character got cut up because the leprechaun's all touching his legs. At first she thought it was the guy, even though the guy's being
back there. And then as soon as she turns around, she gets three
claw marks.
And
the dad was like, oh, it's a cat, because the leprechaun's making a cat noise. It was like, meow, meow.
And the dad hears it in the tree. He tries sticking his arm in there. I'm like, dude.
Bro, he stuck his whole arm in there.
My thing is, I would have left the cat alone.
I know, like, if it's in danger, leave it alone.
Don't, like.
It just scratch your daughter.
It's like, I mean, maybe, check. At the same time, is it like, see how far you can see in there? Because rabies and all that, but he stuck it.
He got his whole arm.
He got a big chunk bit out by the leprechaun.
Yeah, in his hand.
Right here, like.
Big.
What was it? Right here, right?
It was on the palm of his hand, right here.
Right here, yeah, it was right there.
That was hard. You know they did that for the effect of it. They were like, oh, we gotta have another glory scene. A lot of glory scenes in this movie. A lot.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh crap, we need to go take him to the mercy. So everyone goes. We forgot to talk about the part when the kid told Ozzy, oh, we can be rich. And then Ozzy's like, oh, I can buy a lot of comic books with this gold. And Ozzy's like, no, we can do something better. We can go, you can go to the hospital and get a surgery for your.
Yeah, Alex the little kid, he tells him, hey Ozzy, you could get your brain fixed. I'm like,
bro, this kid's a fucking savage, bro. I swear.
He's a little dick.
He hits the safe.
Yeah.
And literally he freaks out. He opens, like, the leprechaun literally opens the safe.
He pops out from inside of it.
He's like, you have my gold. And he literally bites him on the leg, bro. He literally grabs him by the leg and bites him hard, bro. He's all bleeding. He's chopping up those legs a lot. Like, there's a lot of blood coming out of there and everything.
Dude, and then he gets the pogo stick and he starts.
Oh yeah, he's like, let's have some fun, and he has the pogo stick. He's jumping, and he's jumping on him, bro. And then, bro, you can tell that pogo stick is not even sharp. It's all dulled and everything, and it's like pressing on him hard.
He's like, what is it? He's what he says. I forgot the rhyme, but he's saying, what is it? 1, 2, what is it? 3, 4.
Oh, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4. I forgot what he says a rhyme.
He was something along the lungs.
Yeah.
I make you bleed from your lungs or something.
Yeah, he was making a rhyme. And then he literally kills him, takes his coin. And then I like how he looks at the trike, but then he looks at the car, the toy car.
Yeah.
But all the toy, like, bro, he literally stole all the toys.
He stole everything, man.
He's like, I'm just gonna jack everything at this point. He starts driving, bro. He's driving fast, by the way. He's driving. And the cop sees this guy, sees it. He thinks it's a kid. He's like, He's all driving after. He's like, hey, buddy, isn't it past your bedtime? He's like, well, I'm 600 years old. He's like, yeah, smart ass. And he's like calling him a smart ass. Calls him a smart ass.
Gets him in the face.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'm a leprechaun. He's like, yeah, sure, buddy. And then that's when he gets him by the hat. Then he digs his nails in his hand, bro. Rips off his skin. Takes the gun out of his holster.
I thought he was gonna shoot him.
I know, he takes it out.
But he doesn't use it.
Yeah, and he flings it.
But
he didn't even fling it that hard. He didn't even fling it that far.
He threw away a perfectly good weapon. It's like, I'm not siding with the leprechaun, but it's like, dude, but the leprechaun could have used that.
I know he could have used it, but then they're like, no, then it's gonna be too easy.
Too much for?
I guess so. I was like, I guess if it's toys, it'd be okay for PG, but I guess a gun is too much, I guess.
So it comes rated
R. But that doesn't make any sense though, because the guy with the shotgun, like later on.
The later on scenes, we'll get to that a little bit.
We get to there, but yeah, like, so He's literally like chasing the police officer into the woods. The sheriff is like all freaking. Well, he's not the sheriff. He's the police officer. I think he's like a deputy.
Did you notice one point? Like I said it earlier, it was like it was weird. He holds the baton
Yeah, like a gun. Yeah,
it was weird. I was like, for one instant, I was like, for 1 second, I was like, what the hell are you doing?
I think it's just instincts.
I guess so.
It's kind of silly,
weird.
but it's instincts though.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I guess. And what is it?
It was kind of weird. It was kind of dumb though. I was like, I like how we're just having fun with this because, the actor Davison, he looked like he had a great ass time with this film, bro. He looked like he had a great time. Cause in the woods scene, he's all hiding in the trees and he's like, oh, I guess we're playing hide and seek then.
Oh, Warwick.
Yeah, and then he's like, and then he does another rhyme again. He's like 3, 4, shut the door or something like that. He was like making rhymes. Like Leprechaun, I guess Leprechauns make rhymes, but okay. And he's like, I'm gonna find you, and then
Just going back and forth around all the trees.
The deputy was dumb, bro. He throws the baton at him. Leprechaun runs, and he's in. Like, so I don't know why he didn't just run, but no, he sits behind a tree, and he's all laughing. He's like, oh thank God, like he's gone, and nope.
Yeah.
Because the leprechaun comes, it just jumps on his shoulder, breaks his neck.
Yep.
And then that's it. Legit, that's it. And then we cut back to the diner. Jennifer Aniston's complaining. She was like, "Well, where's these kids at? Like they're taking forever. They're supposed to meet here." And then the love interest is like, "Come on, guys, come on, they're kids." Like even though the older guy's like at least in his 30s.
She was saying she would like a salad with some Avion water.
Oh yeah, Avion water. I got the guys like here's your water. Just a couple of water.
She just shows it. She's like, no.
Yeah. Like here, bro. He was kind of fucked up though because he's like, here, you need some meat in your bones. I was like, big. He's eating meatloaf, and he's like, here. He's cutting it up, and he's like, here, you need something in those bones.
She's like, I'm vegetarian.
And then he goes and he grabs her shoe under the table. She's like, wow, vegetarian. You know this was made out of leather, right, from animals? And she's like, oh, shut up. And this and that. Well, she didn't say shut up because, like I said, this is a PG-13 movie, so they have to limit the cuss
I think
words.
she said shut it.
Shut it, yeah. Because there's a PG-13 movie, they have to limit the cuss words.
Yeah, was it? Well, shut up doesn't count, really.
No, not really.
It almost counts as be quiet.
Yeah, so the boys come, the guys come, and they're like, okay, like, yeah, we gotta go already, we gotta go, like, we gotta leave. What? Jennifer Aniston's like, okay, we gotta go. So they got up and they were like, hey, where were you? And then Ozzy almost snitched on them.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we went to a place, and then Alex kicks him.
He's like, he's like,
oh, nothing, never mind.
Nothing, never mind.
I'm like, okay. I was like, all right. So they go back, and I like how the leprechaun beats them there. Legit beats them there. Destroys everything in the kitchen, getting cereal, all the cereal, and the one cereal that he grabs out is like, it's not even Lucky Charms. What is it called? It's called Lucky Clovers. They couldn't even afford Lucky Charms in the movie, bro. Like, this is a Leprechaun movie, and they didn't even get Lucky Charms, but yet they got Rice Krispie in the movie.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the budget can't get too much, so we have to get these Rice Krispie.
Oh yeah, the point where he gets all hungry, he tears up the house and everything.
I like how he eats the Lucky Charms.
It's not. What was it? It wasn't Lucky Charms. I guess Lucky Charms.
Lucky Clovers. It's called Lucky Clovers.
They didn't give.
I guess
all the cereals they did not give the permission because I guess they were gonna make the leprechaun on their cereal box look evil or something. I don't know.
I think because they heard horror movie.
They're like, no, we don't want any connection with that.
Because kids eat the Lucky Charms, even though we all know kids don't eat the Lucky Charms.
I love the Lucky Charms. I was like,
except for my nephew, but he eats the marshmallows. But yeah, but I was like, of all the cereals, you can't get the Lucky Charms. At least get the Lucky Charms. You got the Rice Krispies. They're like yeah, we can only afford the Rice Krispies. And then he starts grabbing all their shoes, like the boots, the shoes. He's all cleaning up. Like he looks like I like how he makes a big ass mess. But then he goes to get the boots and the shoes and everything and starts cleaning them. He's spitting on them. He's like cleaning them. Looks like he's having a tick or something because I guess when he sees shoes, he starts freaking out.
He's like, oh, I need to clean them. He did that to the guy that was in the coin collector guy from
Yeah,
Burger.
yeah. When he killed him, he cleaned his shoes too.
He's like, I need to shine that up. I'm like, dude, it's suede. How are you shining?
I know. It's like if anything, you're just making it worse at this point because there's blood in it.
It's suede.
But he did this again with the with her suede shoes as well. Her
You need to
suede.
shine that up. I'm like, how are you shining up suede?
I didn't even get it. It was weird. I was like, oh, okay.
Go
All
shine
right.
up suede shoes. Figure if you can shine suede shoes, go for it. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm like, I'll be impressed if you do it.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So everyone comes back and they see a big ass mess. Like, I like how Ozzy was like, I think someone broke into the house. And I like that the kid said, "Well, no shit, Sherlock." That's how I got the catchphrase from that movie. Well, I remember as a kid when I heard it, I started saying it. No shit, Sherlock. Because like Jennifer as the character was like, "Look, someone made a mess," and then he comes in, he's like, "Yo, someone made a mess." So it looked like someone broke in. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Alex.
They're all trying to say it was a bear, and he's trying. And
I know
they're trying to say maybe it was a leprechaun. And she's there like, you shut it.
She literally snapped. She's like, "Oh, you shut up about the leprechaun already."
Yep.
She said, "There's no leprechaun." And then like they hear a bell. Well, no, yeah, you're right. They hear the bell, and they go in. But then it's Ozzy with the bell. Even though Ozzy was just over there, like the ending was like kind of weird because Ozzy was like right there, but yet they hear the bell when the ending didn't really make any sense. And then so they hear the bell again. And they're like, Ozzy, stop playing with that bell. He was like, it's not me. And then the love interest.
The bell's just sitting there.
Yeah, the Jay was sitting right there. The love interest was like, no, it's coming from over here. And they go, and there's the leprechaun. He jumps out of nowhere. They finally believe there's a well, Jennifer Aniston character doesn't still believe, even though it's like right.
It's right in front of you. She just doesn't want to say what it is.
Like they went outside. The love interest got caught by the bear trap.
Yeah.
That was like another gory thing. Everyone comes out, they freak out. They tell Alex to bring the shotgun. Get the shotgun. Because earlier, Ozzy told Alex, hey, if the leprechaun was real, how will you kill it? He was like, yeah, it's easy. Like, you just get like a 49er or something and you put it in the temple.
The little kid, I like how the little kid was talking about
shooting in the temple. I was like,
damn
man, what kind of please is what shit you're watching?
Some hardcore stuff. But I do agree there was a lot of gory stuff.
Bro, there was a lot. Bro, they shot that leprechaun so many times. I feel like he was like the next Jason Voorhees in this movie.
Also, if you notice, I was like ultimate ammo. I was like
oh yeah, you're talking about that. Yeah.
I was like that shot.
8 shots. By the way.
8 shots, and you didn't have to reload the shotgun.
He didn't even clock it.
I was like, he did.
Oh yeah, he clocked it.
He did once, but then after that, he kept shooting and pulling the trigger. He didn't have to do this. I was like, well, I guess we're just defying the laws of how a shotgun works.
I guess so. I was like, at this point, why even have the shotgun at this point?
It was like you're just shooting imaginary ammo at that point.
I was like, well, now just make it believe that. Make believe that now.
Because all he was doing was pulling the trigger without pumping it and pump. What is it? You only get 2 shots.
Bro, later on he finally does it. He finally does the 2, like he finally gets the 2 shots.
1, 2, and then he does it again.
He clocks it again. I'm like,
finally.
I was like, damn man, where did that long ago? I was like, I guess they realized, oh wait, this is supposed to be real.
The director probably said like, hey, let's make it look a little realistic this time because you shot 8 rounds from a 2-barrel shotgun.
Yeah, and I don't think everyone's gonna start making fun of it. But no worry, it's the 90s. Everyone will be fine. But no, for real, bro. So they start chasing this the leprechaun's trying to get them because of the gold, and I guess Ozzy finally talks about the gold in the kitchen because, like I said, like Ozzy got his ear bitten off. They finally bit his ear off in the truck.
Yeah.
And then they run into the house. They lock the door. They throw the TV. I guess they throw a TV or oven. I think it was the oven or TV. They throw in the door. They're like, what gold is he talking about? And Ozzy's like, oh yeah, the gold that we have. And Alex like, shut up. Ozzy's like, no. Alex like, bro, we're getting killed out there. Fuck the gold. You know, this is where we're getting dead.
Don't worry about the gold. That kid was greedy.
Bro, that kid was, and then Jennifer Aniston character was like, Alex, what gold are you guys talking about? Look, okay, we found some gold, and look, we're gonna use that gold to give Ozzy a surgery so he can fix his brain. And I like it, Jennifer Aniston's
And Jennifer
character.
drags the kid over to the kitchen and says,
She's like,
"So, you know that there's no surgery that could fix that." He's like, "I know, but he doesn't." That was so screwed up. That was when you brought that up that he said that. I was like,
that's kind of messed up. But that's kind of fucked up at this point.
I don't know. That's just screwed up, man.
He was like, bro, we're getting killed out here. Your brother really just almost lost his leg from a bear trap, and you really care about the gold that much. I was like, bro, just give it to him. So they told him, like, yeah, the gold's in the well because we're hiding it there. Jennifer Aniston goes out there because the guy was going to go out there and go get it. But she was like, no, I'll go out there. Because, like I said, she's the main character. So it makes sense that she's going to go out there. She got the shotgun. She goes out there, putting out the... I like how in the well, they used a lot of green light in this movie. A lot of green light. They used the green light in the well. They used the green light when they're looking for the clovers. They used the green light again when they go... I think when they're like running, and then one red light in the farm. A lot of lights in this film. But yeah, so she goes and she struggles because gold. Leprechaun comes out. I like how the effect of the leprechaun comes out. You see his skull, his veins, and all that. It's like, oh, my gold. And she's like, here, have it. It's like, oh, my gold. I was like, it smells like my gold. It tastes like my gold. It feels like my gold. I like how he's like. At this point, he's just joking around. He gives her a kiss. She starts freaking out.
She takes off running for the hills. I feel like they threw that in as a sneak. Like they did not tell Jennifer Aniston
that he was gonna do it.
What's his name? Warwick. What was his last name?
Warwick Davidson.
Warwick Davidson was gonna do that, and what is it that he was gonna sneak? I feel like
I think they really want a real reaction from him.
They got a real reaction. I think she really did freak out when he did that.
Like she fucking screamed hard, bro.
Yeah, it was a real reaction. It was her like freaking out over the kiss.
Yeah, so they thought it was over, but it's not over because when the leprechaun counts his gold, he was a fast counter too. He already made it to 90.
Because he's back over there at the truck. He's counting 1, 2. He's over there like you're already getting.
He's already at 94. Yeah, he's already at 94, 95,
96,
97, 98. Wait, 99. Wait, there's only 99. They tricked me, and then it's like they didn't really trick you. They didn't even know. If anything, is Ozzy fucking swallowing the damn coin.
Yeah, I was like...
and I knew it was going to go back on them, too. I knew it wasn't over yet. Because they're like, of course, they're going to bring up that, oh, Ozzy swallowed the coin. That's why the leprechaun is trying to kill us. And they're like, Ozzy's like, oh, I'll go sacrifice myself. I was like, damn, bro. Ozzy's like, hey, he's a real friend, bro. He was legit was going to go sacrifice himself. They're like, no. To save all of them.
To save Alex, because Alex was over there messing with the bear trap in the.
For real, he's already getting ready to kill the leprechaun, bro. He's already gonna go.
And the leprechaun that was the part where the leprechaun gets the kid and he's trying to put his head into the bear trap.
Yeah, Ozzy kicked that leprechaun and grabbed Alex. Like he went all he went all survivor mode on that part, bro.
He was like, no, I got you, kid. I got you, man.
Yeah. He's a good friend, man. I just dig. You should just let the kid die at this point.
I was like,
I'm saying this in the video.
As messed up as Alex was to Ozzy, I was like, yeah. I was like, you think about it, like, damn, Ozzy's the true, genuine friend there.
For real, bro. I feel like Ozzy's the only one that everyone gets shit on, but Ozzy's the real friend right there, bro. So Jennifer's like, okay, how are we gonna kill this thing? Okay, the only true person will know who will kill the leprechaun is old man Dan Grady. And we thought he fucking died because
I was like, and then all of a sudden they bring the love interest, the guy the one that's supposed to be 30.
He's like, oh no, he's alive.
I was like, we saw him in the beginning of the movie drop to the floor and then the match burns out. That usually symbolizes that somebody died.
Right. And then he was like, oh no,
he has stroke. I was like,
my thing, he died then, and he had a stroke.
My thing is, I like how was it when, she uses her Jeep to leave. My thing is, I'm like, okay, why didn't y'all use her Jeep to take,
they could have left for a long time already.
They could have used her Jeep for the emergency room, because earlier they were having problems with the truck.
Yeah.
So, But then I'm like, wait, she already said that she doesn't know she's not from around there.
Yeah, she didn't even know.
So where was she gonna? How did she know where she was going if she's not from around
Bro,
there?
they were like, yeah, you have to go see him. He's in the retirement. He's in like this hospital center or something. They didn't even say it to her. They didn't even tell her anything.
She was in a rest home.
She literally just went over there, magically found the place magically.
Yeah.
Goes in there, takes the list. It was kind of weird how they took the list.
I was also gonna say there's twice they park in the handicap spot.
Yeah, they did.
I was like,
they're breaking the law at this point.
I was like, we parked in the handicap spot earlier for the emergency room. Parked in the handicap spot this time for the retirement home.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess emergency situation, whatever.
She goes in there. She sneaks in. The guards asleep. It's like, come on, dude.
Classic comedy.
Like really, like come on. She's like, she opens it. She's like, okay. I'm like, bro. At this point, this security guard's gonna wake up. You're breathing heavily at this point, and she is too. She's like,
who was the guard? Barney Fife?
For right. And then she leaves, and the guy's like, oh, okay. I was like, why? I was like, are we watching a cartoon at this point? I was like, I feel like we're just watching a cartoon at this point. And that says a lot because literally when she leaves, the leprechaun follows her with the rollerblades, and he hits the fence, Looney Tunes style. I use the Looney Tunes style.
Yeah.
And then he comes out, he's like, oh.
That security guard scene that we were talking about, that was classic Andy Griffith style.
Yeah. And then
when she gets to the room for Dan O'Grady,
mm-hmm.
and he's over there saying, she's asking, he's like, we need help.
Mm-hmm.
We need help to know how to kill a leprechaun.
Yeah.
And she's like, who is it? And he's there talking. He's like, I know how to kill a leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll never tell you, and it's the leprechaun.
It's the leprechaun, bro.
Throws everything off the clothes and everything.
He's still in a wheelchair. He's all. You can tell how old this edit is because they speed up the
wheelchair.
Image. And then they have. I like how they had the camera tilting to make it seem like she's running, and the camera's like tilting this way and she's running, and then the leprechaun's like all speed. You can tell they edit the
pulling the corners tight, peeling out in the hallway.
That was funny. I started laughing at that part. That was actually pretty funny. I was like, oh my gosh, like really? When this became Looney Tunes at this point.
For real, man.
She makes it back to the farm, and she's looking for the fork-leaf clover because that's the only way she can. Because when she's in the elevator, the guy O'Grady comes out in the top of the thing. He's already almost dead at this point. And he was like, oh, like he came back to finish finish me off. She's like, okay, good for you. Okay, how you kill it? I like how she's like, okay, how you kill it? I was like, bro, like at this point, I was like, at least give him some sympathy, bro. Like this guy, this old man's already dying, and I get it, like you're gonna get killed and all this, but still, like, come on, like at least have some heart into it. And the old man's like, oh, you need to get the 4-leaf clover and put it on his body, and then that's how he dies. And I'm like, then why didn't you do that in the beginning of the movie? That didn't make any sense. You had a perfect opportunity to put
the 4-leaf clover
on him. But yet, no, you put him on a crate, you throw gasoline on the crate.
And the 4-leaf clover's right there on the floor.
And legit right there, like, I was like, dude, like, if you knew how to kill it, but then why did he kill it in the first place? I didn't get it. I didn't understand.
But he thought he could kill it with gas. He knew how to kill it, but he tried killing it with gasoline, like he was gonna, he threw the gas, and then he was gonna set it on fire.
Yeah, it was stupid. I was like, and they bring that back again later on in the movie. Legit, like, so she goes back, they're looking for the 4-leaf clover. I like how there's
a green light
hitting
above in the tree, hitting the spot of 4-leaf clovers. And also, I'm not sure if they painted that area of grass green. I'm not sure what they did.
I think they just put a green light on it.
The green light, because the green light was hitting her hair. It was hitting air, like you could see it shining at everybody.
They had a bright ass green light, like they legit did. Cause like legit, like you can tell that the light's hitting everyone.
Yeah.
You can tell there's a light right there.
He's like, oh no, it's just a 3.
It's just a 3. I like how she's like, okay, I give up. You can give up. I feel like we were watching a Disney movie at this point. It was really stupid. He's like, no, Ozzy, no, imagination is not true and everything, blah, blah, blah. I hate imagination stuff. There's no leprechauns, even though there's a lot.
It's like he, what was it? There's a reveal later.
Yeah, and then like Ozzy's like, no, you gotta believe. If you believe, it will come true. And then she like literally rips it. She's like, okay, I believe. And then
Finds the 4-leaf.
I like how it glows. I like how like it's a yellow gold, and it's all plastic. It's a plastic.
Yeah, it's a plastic 4-leaf. It's all.
It's not even
shimmering.
green. It's not even green. It's like legit like dark, like a grayish green.
It looked.
They didn't even brighten
it. looked very plastic-like.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a fake clover. I was like, whatever. But
it was stupid. It was stupid. It was funny.
But into the next scene.
The next scene, the leprechaun is going after them because they found out that they were looking for the clover, and they found it, and they start beating the crap out of this leprechaun. Like the love interest keeps shooting him and shooting him. He almost attacked the kid again. They kicked him. They hit him with a stick. They literally did a lot of things.
They're all beating him.
They're all beating the crap out of him, man. They're all jumping on this leprechaun. And then they finally throw I guess Alex had like the 4-leaf clover, wraps it up with a gum, gets the slingshot like earlier that he had, shoots it in his mouth, like hardcore in his mouth, and he's like burning.
And he falls back into the well.
I like how he melts like a witch. He's
Yeah.
like, oh no, I'm burning. I was like, damn. I was like, first it was Looney Tunes, then it was Disney. Now it's the Wizard of Oz. I was like, what does this movie doesn't have? And then it's all peaceful. They're like, okay, he's dead. He comes out. He's like, oh, I'm back. And then I was like, come on, dude, you're dead at this point. Like, come on, this. I got the love interest. Just comes, hits him with the gun,
Knocks him back in the well.
Knocks him in the well.
Go grabs the
gasoline again. Another gasoline. Throws the gasoline in there. Lets the well on fire. Blows up. Come on, guys. He didn't put that much gasoline in there. It should not blow up that bad. And they blow, like, you can tell how much they put money in this film, like how much they put a lot for the effects and the bomb.
The beginning of the movie the edits were good, but then somewhere towards the middle,
yeah,
it was getting a little choppy. And then there was
really
weird,
was.
and then at the end is like what we both talked about was the green light shining on the small patch. I'm like, why is there a random green light up in a tree?
Yeah,
whatever.
It was weird.
But you know, the end of the movie was it finally
the
cops show up.
All late. It's
late.
already the next day at this point. They don't explain like that's already how the movie ends.
And then they show the well. If you look in the well, it's only like about maybe a few feet deep.
It's not even that.
It's not even a real well. It's freaking hilarious.
I was like, but like I laughed on it. It was pretty funny. I was like, was this a horror movie? Yeah, if you want to call it that, but no, not really. I was like, if anything, this is more like
it's comedy.
It's mostly like a comedy thing.
I mean, yeah, there was some gore.
There was some blood here and there. There was like 3 cuss words, I guess. I cuss more in this video than the movie itself.
The kid himself said was that when he shot the slingshot, he said, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck you."
One more F word. They got one more F word in there.
Yeah, it was kind of. I like how they chose for the kid to say the curse. To curse.
I like how the kid was the only one that said the cuss words.
Yeah, he
was the only one. I was like, okay. I was like, I guess. And then that's it. Yeah, like that's the Leprechaun movie. Legit. Like, I think this is worth $2.99 on Amazon Prime. Yeah, it depends how you feel about this movie. Yes, I know this is an old movie. This is from the 90s.
What do I give it from 1 to 10? 1 being 10 being pretty, great. Yeah. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I give it a 4 as well. If
it's entertaining.
It was entertaining. It was fun. We laughed.
It's more comedy horror.
Did this really count as a comedy? Did this really count as a horror? Not really. If you took out the gore and the blood and all that stuff, then it would have just been a comedy at this point. But hey, it's a cult classic. We're watching it. We're not watching it on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day literally just passed. Yeah, we might be a week off, but hey, at least we're still in March.
Yeah, we're within the month. We're within the month.
But yeah, guys. But if you like these kind of videos, guys, let us know in the comments down below. Let us know what kind of horror movies you want us to review. Let us know what's your favorite fairy tale horror film that's out there. Give us a like, give us a subscribe.
Comment.
Yes, please comment, guys. Please comment. Let us know what kind of videos you guys want us to watch. But like I said, my name is Mr. Darklight.
I'm Bash and Brains.
And we see you guys next time, guys. Thank you.